sex addiction. When I got married, I found a man who was incredibly compatible with me in bed, thinking we'd have fun experimenting after the wedding. But 3 months into our marriage, the number of times Crane and I had sex could be counted on one hand, and none of them were satisfying. Because every single time we got halfway through, we'd be interrupted by Crane's brother's wife, Sienna. Finally, on the 20th time, we were interrupted mid-sex. This time with her excuse being that the power went out and she was scared of the dark. I couldn't take it anymore. Crane, you're not leaving tonight. But Crane hastily threw on his clothes and said to me, Marcus just passed away recently. Sienna is still grieving. I need to help her get through this. Watching his retreating figure, I stopped trying to hold him back. A few days later, I threw divorce papers at him. Let's divorce. If you can't satisfy me, then don't stop me from finding other men. Crane and I had been in a cold war for nearly 2 months before we finally made up. Desire ignited, and we were halfway through when his phone started ringing. I ignored it completely, wrapping my arms around his waist, pressing myself against him. Crane, but no matter how high the passion, it couldn't drown out that annoying phone call. It kept ringing relentlessly. Crane eventually went limp, pushed me away, and got up to answer it. My heart was still racing, unable to calm down for a long time. I stared at him resentfully, then heard Sienna's sweet, delicate voice coming through the phone. Crane, the villa's power went out. I'm scared of the dark. Crane didn't even hesitate before getting up. I wasn't satisfied, and naturally wasn't about to let this go. I wrapped my arms around him from behind. Crane, it won't take more than a few minutes. Are you really still going to leave? Crane coldly pried my hands away and buttoned up his shirt. Willow, you know Marcus just passed away not long ago. I can't just ignore her. I got angry. Crane, you're not the only person in the Crane family. Doesn't she know she can call someone else when something happens? Except for those few days of my period, she calls you over every single night. Don't you find that strange? And why was it always at night? Shut up. Crane's face suddenly darkened. Stop talking nonsense. Looking at his face, I felt like I was seeing a stranger for the first time. Perhaps seeing that I was angry, Crane's expression softened as he tried to comfort me. Don't worry, this is the last time. Plus, Mom's going over too. I'll just check on things and come right back. Crane left. After I calmed down, something still felt off. He had the same addiction I did, with especially high needs. During our first month of marriage, we were interrupted every single time. Then we fought and had a cold war for nearly 2 months. Logically, tonight should have been unstoppable. But when he got that call, he showed not even a hint of reluctance. Could it be that he was getting satisfied somewhere else? This thought made my heart tighten, and I got out of bed. I wanted to see for myself whether she was really scared of the dark or just putting on an act. But before I could leave, Crane sent me a message. The power suddenly went out in the house and she twisted her ankle. Mom and I are taking her to the hospital. I won't be coming home tonight. By the time I got to the hospital, my mother-in-law was nowhere to be seen, but Sienna's face was buried in Crane's neck as if she were crying softly, and Crane's lips were practically touching her ear as he whispered things I couldn't hear. This was already the 20th time since our wedding. Every time it was like this. Our intimacy would be interrupted by a phone call, and Crane would leave without hesitation. And whenever I followed him to the hospital or her house, I would see similar scenes. There was actually a reason why Crane acted this way. Crane's brother Marcus had drowned 6 months ago while trying to save him. At that time, Sienna was about to give birth. Right after Marcus was buried, she gave birth to a son. At first, I didn't think anything of Crane taking care of her. I even thought it was appropriate. It wasn't until our wedding night that I realized Sienna had unusual feelings for Crane. We had just gone to bed and were getting heated in the bathroom when she came knocking frantically in a sheer nightgown. Crane, the baby's sick. Without a word, Crane got dressed and took her and the child straight to the hospital. Though I complained, at the time I sympathized with her situation and didn't think much of it. But when I got to the hospital, I saw her hanging on Crane's body, crying pitifully. Crane, what do I do? If something happens to the baby, I really won't be able to face Marcus. Crane just kept comforting her. It's okay, I'm here. They were too close. A woman's intuition told me something was going on. Sure enough, over the next month, I discovered